Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. This video was kinda not planned to be releasing this month because I didn't expect the, the, that many views on the first video. I thought I would receive at maximum 500 views, but that's almost triple at the time of the recording. And yeah, I was not expecting that. So yeah, thank you guys for the support. Well, in this video, you will see me start building the base of the station of the boomerang. And yeah, building a little pathway around. And I was actually planning to do this in two videos at the beginning. Just the station, not the station, but the track and the theming. But because I am actually planning to make it a bit more detailed than than I had in mind. Um, it is now split up in 3 episodes. So in this episode today, the second one, you will see me build the base of the station and the pathway around, and in the next one, you will see me build the detailing of the station and everything else. So I'm planning to make the next episode the last one, but we will see if there are more episodes needed. So yeah, you're seeing me building a framework here, and this framework is actually based on the framework that is in Enzian Alpen Express, located in Europa Park. And even though I have not been to Europa Park, it was a bit of an inspiration for me because in the last episode I said I wanted to theme this to the Alps. That sure would seem logic to me because it is located in the Austria-themed area of the park. And so yeah, that was the first thing I looked for because I didn't really have anything in mind for the station. And the attempt you see me making here is the second one I did. And the first one was kind of a mess in my head. I couldn't locate everything, and it was just messy. So yeah, I deleted it and started a new attempt, and yeah, that's what you see here. I tried to make roof shingles, but even though one side worked, the other side just couldn't because I got the item limit. I've reached the item limit, and yeah, you'll see me solving this on another way, just near the end of the video. So yeah, the station I wanted to make, I wanted to base off the Bavarian architecture that can be found in the Austrian Alps and also the German area. And the architecture I actually really like because I do like mountainous areas. I can find them very relaxing and really beautiful. So yeah, that's just what it is based off, and I actually think that I really did a great attempt. I made a great attempt on that. So yeah, the colors of the train are actually, you see here, are also almost the exact same as Indian Alpen Express, if I do pronounce it right. So yeah, for the rest, this is actually kind of long roof attempt I made here. I was really trying to make the roof shingles fit, so yeah, I deleted the track and then I placed it. And yeah, it still didn't work, so I stopped doing it. And now I just stepped away from it and just did something else because I really didn't have any idea on how to make it right and how to make it look good. So yeah, that's that's what happening. If you in this recording, if you see me just stop doing something at one moment, it's just to think of some another solution I can make to make it look better and look great. So yeah, the roof inside the station, which you see me build now, is actually a fake roof. There will be another roof, a bit more diagonal, a bit less diagonal than the middle part, just to make it look nice. The interior is really looking nice from the inside, but if you made the roof a little bit, just reach from the top to the side, it just wouldn't fit really nice. So yeah, for the rest, yeah, the station just, I was really struggling to find something. I was thinking and thinking, and I actually started making my first attempts when the first video was compiling. And yeah, I was not thinking that much of it at the time, but looking back at it, it was a really bad attempt. And this attempt is actually based on the first attempt. I had a few ideas, so yeah, I was trying to fit those in. And what I actually did at a later moment, you will soon see, is I just made a piece of the station on the side so I can fit it later in. So it was a bit more structural and better to work with for me, because otherwise it would just be such a mess. Right now you will see me make the pathway around. I didn't plan that complicated of a walkway. It's just a path that goes around the coaster. It gives a little outline of the area where the coaster is located in. And yeah, I was also looking for a fence online, just reference to place, because it needs to be safe and really realistic. I am planning to make this as realistic as possible. So yeah, you will see me making the fence soon. And yeah, this was actually the easiest part of everything, because I could just copy it, flip it around, and locate it on the other side. If you know Vekoma boomerangs, the rebound model, this is the model I made, you will know that there was that most of them just go through the station building on top, and I was kind of thinking to using that at a moment, but as you saw me attempting it, I just think it wouldn't fit with the station building in my head, so I quickly stopped doing it. And maybe that's just something that makes this coaster really unique. So yeah, I don't think that much of it. So yeah, this is the fence I was talking about. It's just two poles with a bit of wood stacked between it. It's not too high to obstruct the view from the coaster, but it's high enough to keep people safe. And as you see me doing now, I'm just copying it and pasting it to the other side. So yeah, that's just easiest for me. So yeah. I am also planning to build a tiny plaza at the exit. The entrance is on the other side, the side that I am making right now. But I do have nothing in mind right now, so you will also not see me building an entrance this episode. I was also really struggling with the path right here, because I just copy and pasted it. It wasn't on the grid of the path I built it right there, so it wouldn't line up. So I just did something and lined it up, and now it's a bit wonky, but it doesn't really ruin the pathing. And yeah, it's was me just attempting a few solutions to try and make it fit, but yeah. And then it was just the case of copying and pasting the fence in and just making one block version of it to fill in the tiny gaps that are there, like here. So yeah, now I'm just going back to the station building because I was um, finally thinking on something and looking up some reference photos for it, because otherwise I just couldn't make a view of it in front of me on how to make it. So yeah, also to not ruin the station building from the inside, you will see me use wedges, that's the part name, to not obstruct the roof with an ugly line coming in front of it. So yeah. Also, I did not make any windows. You will make me see the windows in the next episode, because I still need to look up some reference material on what windows I want to make and what doors I want to make, and just how I want to dress up the area. Because if it's just one single building in the middle of nowhere, it just wouldn't be nice. So I will make a few buildings on the plazas to make it look a little bit townish, but nothing that big and nothing eye-catching, because otherwise it would redirect your view from the coast, and that's just not a thing that I want. I just want you to have your attention drawn to the coaster and yeah, the only attraction that is there. And now that I'm thinking of it, it may turn into a 4-episode series or 5-episode series, but that will be at max, because this project turned out bigger than I expected. As you see me do now, I am making a clock tower for the station, and that clock tower has an actual function in the station, because on the base part of the tower there will be the ride operator, and yeah, you will see how I do that later, but right now I'm building the clock tower, and this clock tower is actually based off a clock tower that exists IRL, in real life, and that is the clock tower located in, let me open the page again, Mietenwald. It is a little German village located on the border between Germany and Austria. And yeah, I actually kind of like the tower. It has a really unique roof, which you will see me build later. But that was just my main inspiration for this clock tower. I really like the design. So yeah, I was a bit struggling because I didn't make the tower on grid, so it was the walls are a bit uneven. They're not equal, so yeah, some things just wouldn't connect really well, but it was not really a problem for me, so I just kept it in because you didn't really see it from where you were standing, where if you're standing on the path. The clock tower doesn't really have a clock yet, because it still is a big thing, and yeah, detailing would be more fun if the whole tower and station were completed, so it would just be in the same style same, yeah, architecture, because that was where I, that was where I was going for, and yeah, the Bavarian architecture, as I said previous, and that was just my main inspiration, and yeah, I don't know a lot about that architecture, but it just looked nice, and I just wanted to try to make it. So yeah, that's what I did. It was a bit different than I had in my head, but it is perfect for this little project. I had in my head I had more of a log cabin in the middle of a pine wood forest, or how you would say it. It's just a thing, yeah, and yeah. That's the reason why the Alps are perfect, and maybe also a bit of the Black Forest, or how you would say it. It's a forest in the down part of Germany, which well, yeah, I don't know where it exactly, but it is Stuttgart is located in it, and I don't know how big it is. But yeah, the Black Forest could maybe also be a bit of a source of inspiration, because they both have the same setting, I would say. But yeah, it's a place that I really want to go to, but just can't do it at the moment, because I still need to finish my studies and find a job to afford such trips. So yeah, as you see, I am finishing the clock tower, just the base building of it, and a bit of detail on the roof, because I don't want to go up again and do everything right there. So yeah, that's the clock tower for now, that I am placing against the station. So yeah, now that I'm thinking of it, it also serves as a second. It also has a second function, and that is just telling the time, because most of the parks do not really have a clock hanging around. But it's not really necessary in my eyes. It's a handy second function, so you don't need to look at your phone to see the time. You can just look up and say, it's for example 12 o'clock. Let's have some food soon. Yeah, it is also kind of unique, because the only park that I can say that has a clock hanging, now that I'm thinking of, there are more, but just not located very high. But Hansa Park has one where the numbers are flowers, and it's actually kind of unique. So yeah, not something that I would do, but hey, if that's what they want, this one just looks really nice. And yeah, Disney also has one, I think, in their main street. And maybe Europa Park, but I'm not sure. And if you couldn't tell by, if you couldn't notice by how many times I said Europa Park, it's a park that I really want to go to one day. And it's actually happening. There is a period where my parents planned to visit it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. You would maybe see some shots on this channel, just like the Toverland one. But yeah, I don't know how much I will be recording in the park, and if I want to do slow motion or not, and all that stuff. It's just it's a big park, and we only do one day. We just searched a calm moment where we could go just to do most of it. So yeah, you are now seeing me attempting to make a control panel um, that I will soon replace with one from the website, because that one just looked better, and I did a tiny modifications on that one because yeah, I got the item limit message again, and yeah, that moment it was just bothering me. So yeah, you will see what I did to it soon. We're almost at the end of the time lapse now, so I would just say enjoy the rest of the time lapse, and if I remember to do it or want to do it, I'll just make some cinematics of what is standing right now, and you will see me in the next video. Later.